Hi guys, welcome to this video series on accounting for IGCSE students. You can use these videos to learn concepts, or you can also use them as a revision tool before your exams. So let us begin this first video on introduction to accounting. We start by understanding the definition of accounting, and in the definition what each term means, how is each term important. We understand that each term also specifies certain functions of the entire accounting process. So let us start by understanding the definition. Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing transactions of financial character, basically only financial transactions, and then interpret or analyze the results. So the recording, classifying, summarizing, and interpreting, these four are the major functions performed under the accounting process. So let's break this complex definition of accounting into simpler terms and understand it better. The first part that needs to be understood in the definition is the transaction of financial character. Now, what do you mean by a transaction? A transaction is an event happening in the course of business. Now, all transactions can be divided either into financial transactions or non-financial transactions. Financial transactions are the ones that can be expressed in terms of money, or it is possible to state their money value. But non-financial transactions cannot be expressed or quantified in terms of money. This classification is important because accounting deals only with the financial transactions and it ignores the non-financial transactions. Non-financial transactions may be as important as the financial transactions for the business, but they are not relevant from accounting point of view. Hence, the first step is to identify financial transactions and measure them in terms of money. The next important term in the definition is recording. This is also the first step in the accounting process. Recording means taking a note of the daily transactions in the business. In other words, the recording of transaction date-wise as and when they occur. Once the transactions are recorded, the next step is classifying of transactions. The data that was recorded in the first step is too bulky and it is difficult to use it without first organizing it. Hence, the next step is to classify the data, which is done by opening accounts. Account is opened for each category of transactions and then transactions relating to each account are recorded at one place. After classifying the transactions, the next step is to summarize the data for the period. So is the summary of data really important? Imagine yourself as the owner of a business and your accountant comes and submits a list of all accounts having all the transactions for the period. Will you have the time to go through each of the accounts? Rather, you would prefer to have a summary of whatever has happened during the period. Hence, summarizing is the next step and it is done by preparing trial balance, income statement and the balance sheet. What do these statements mean and how they are prepared will be studied in the later videos. The last step in the accounting is the interpretation of data. Interpretation means analyzing the data. Analyzing to determine whether the performance of the business was good or was it bad, or what improvements can be done to improve the performance for the next period. So accounting is the art of identifying and measuring financial transactions, recording them as and when they occur, classifying them under various accounts, summarizing the classified data, and finally analyze the performance for the period. Once you've understood the accounting process, it is also important to understand bookkeeping. Though these terms are used interchangeably, they do not have the same meaning. Accounting is a process that includes all these listed functions, but bookkeeping is just a small part of accounting and it includes identifying and measuring transactions, recording them, and then classifying them. So let's differentiate between the two on certain basis. The first is the function they perform. In other words, what activities are carried out at each of them. As seen above, the bookkeeping involves just the basic functions, but accounting begins where bookkeeping ends and includes extended functions. The second difference is in the nature of job. Bookkeeping is more of a clerical job, whereas accounting is more of a technical or an analytical job because an accountant is expected to analyze business performance too. Since the nature of job is different skills are required to carry out both these activities. Bookkeeping, being a clerical job, doesn't require any special skills or education background by the bookkeeper. But the job of an accountant is an analytical job. They are expected to possess certain qualifications and skills before they can carry out the job. If you think that the video is useful, please like the video and share it with others. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel to receive notifications when more videos will be uploaded. If you have any feedback regarding the video or you have any doubt regarding this topic, please comment below the video or you may WhatsApp me or email me on the details mentioned.